Welcome. In today's video, we're going to be doing an at-home toe alignment on our Jeep Cherokee using the TMR Customs DIY toe alignment tool. So let's get into it. Since we already have one half of the tool installed on the driver's side of the Jeep, let's go to the passenger side and get this one installed so then we could get to doing this toe alignment. So now that we've got the other half installed on the passenger side of the Jeep, I'm going to use my electronic level just to make sure that they are level this way. And then from there, we could throw the tape measures on and get to aligning this thing so we have a perfect toe on the Jeep. So I'm going to use an electronic level to get this as level as possible, but you can also use a bubble level if you want, and I will have a link in the description to Amazon for this specific level. So now that you have the alignment tools bolted on and leveled out, the next thing you're going to need is tape measures. You're going to need two of them to go on the front and the rear of the alignment tool to stretch over to the other side so you can get an accurate measurement. If you've seen my Cav Fab 1-ton steering and track bar install video, I used the tape measure to set my rough toe using the lugs on the tires. And honestly, I think that is a temporary fix to get you down the road to a alignment shop or until you buy a kit like this. But I did my alignment and I thought it was perfect, or just about perfect. So I rolled with it. Me and Natalie went on tons of trips. We went off-roading, wheeling, overland trips on the highway, everything like that. And it was time for a tire rotation. I was in the middle of a 5-tire rotation and I realized, which I should have earlier, but I didn't, that my front 2 tires started to be feathered, which means your toe alignment is too far in. So the feathering is pretty bad on the front 2 tires. So instead of paying the well over $100 to take it to a shop to get the toe alignment, I figured I'll buy the DIY toe kit so I have these tools for the rest of my life, and I could do toe alignments on the Jeep if I ever do any upgrades or anything, or any of my buddies, we could do toe alignments on their rigs. And that's why I bought the TMR Customs DIY toe alignment kit, so I can have a proper alignment so I don't have any more feathering on any more of my tires and ruin practically brand new 35s. Now that I've gone over my mistake, let's get into measuring our toe so we could get everything measured out and tight and get the tires back on this thing. And as you could see, my front measurement is right over 63.5, and my rear is about 64.5. So I'm a little bit over an inch over on my alignment on this thing. So my toe was really far in. So that's why my tires got feathered and messed up so fast. All right, so I already got a lot of this loose beforehand. I'm just gonna do the adjusting from the driver's side knuckle because there is plenty of threads from this heim joint to give me all of the adjustment that I need. And I still have plenty of threads from the heim inside of the tie rod. But the first thing I'm gonna do is take this wrench, get it locked on there. So that's locking the heim to the knuckle right there. So this is nice and tight. So I can get the bolt and washer off of the bottom, and then I can start checking it out and doing my measuring. What's great about this is since it's nice and tight, and the bolt running through it will hold it all steady and tight. I could pull this off, do some adjusting with the heim, throw the bolt back in there, and put the wrench back on there to hold it in place until these measurements on the front and rear of the alignment tool are exactly the same. So what I realized in doing this is this DIY toe alignment is extremely easy. The biggest thing you have to do is just make sure that the measurement on the front tape measure is the same as the rear tape measure. And honestly, that is looking like 64 inches, right around 64 inches is the perfect measurement. So what you can do, hold it at 64 inches, get your heim joint adjusted. I'm gonna get it on the bolt get it tight with the wrench just so it's all held in place. And then I'm gonna double check the other side just to make sure everything looks right and even on that side, like none of it is falling off of the alignment tool or anything like that. If it's straight and good on the other side, I will double check this side, and realistically that should be your toe alignment right there, an even measurement with the front and rear tape measure. And that right there is a reason why you double check or triple check everything. Is we're about a 1/4 inch off from the front to the rear, even after I double checked it. But now it's good to go. We're at 64 inches on each of the tape measures. So I'm gonna get the washer and the bolt on there just to help hold this tie rod in place. I'll take the tape measures off and start tightening everything up on the knuckle and the tie rod itself. All right, I got everything as tight as I possibly could on there. And I know I'll have some questions in the comments asking me what torque specs I used for the bolt and the jam nut. And honestly, blue Loctite and as tight as humanly possible. I don't know the torque specs for getting these tight, so I figured if they're as tight as I could possibly get them, we're good to go on that. And as it's getting dark out here, I'll give you guys my final thoughts on the TMR Customs DIY alignment tool. Honestly, for the price of an alignment at your local shop, you could buy this tool and own it forever. So that right there makes it all worth it in my eyes. But the ease of use also makes it worth it. You've seen it, I bolted it on, put the tape measures on it, got everything loose, got everything adjusted and tight again. So it was extremely easy to use. It would probably take you about an hour or two in your driveway after a few trail sodas. But I will have a link to the DIY alignment tool and the electronic level in the description down below, so you guys can easily find these and pick them up so you can do your own alignments. And I really want to thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you guys in the next video, and have a good one. Bye, you guys.